Hey folks, Ace TCG here, and today we have quite a fun matchup. On the left we have Red Bond, and on the right we actually have Red Jesmon. Now this is just some PvPs from locals. Now if you've seen these decks before, you'll know that both these decks are quite fast. So we've got a best of 3 here that is going to be exceptionally fast, because they're both red decks, and in this format it's very much turbo go burr at this point. So yeah, we're just going to see them cutting up, shuffling there. We can see Kyle on the left there with the Team Crit Hit playmat, so check those out. I believe he is part of the Team Crit Hit team, so check their YouTube out. They do some pretty cool stuff. And yeah, and then we've got Simon on the right using the Jesmon. So they both rolled a 3 to start with. I believe that's a 6. Is that a 6 on a dice? I know that's a Vanguard dice, and they can either be a 1 or a 6. So it looks like it was a 1. So Jesmon's going to start on the right. They're going to hatch up, go into the Agumon that gives 2k, and then go into a Bauhookmon straight away, which is pretty nice. It'd be rather nice to have the Greymon there, especially in this matchup where you really want to turbo them down. But Bout could be really super useful as well, because the Red Bond's going to play a lot of rookies, so being able to have Bout to delete is nice. The Bond's going to go into the Agumon, play the Marcus, pass it back to Jesmon, and then they're just going to play the Savior, so they've got straight into line, which is nice. Which a really cool effect here, because of the Agumon, they're actually going to be able to play the tie for 2 because of that Agumon effect, which we don't actually get to see a lot, but it's a super neat effect. And then he's going to go ahead and play the Agumon that allows him to search for Tamers here. Being unlucky and doesn't get them, but he does already have 2 out here, so it's kind of to be expected. We can already as well see the Atomic Blaster and the Gaia Force in the Bond player, as well as the Agunimon, which is pretty spicy for them. The Jesmon's going to go ahead and play their own ties. This would be really good for them because it means that they're not going to be limited. But because the Bond player already has Marcus out, he's gonna get full advantage of that and be able to go straight up to 3 themselves. Goes into an Agunimon here and just gets some swing in. Try and have a bit more survivability, which pays off because we see one of those Greymons that the Jesmon player would have liked to have gone into earlier. So at least we know where one of those is. Looks like we're going to go ahead and see Kyle here swing with the Agumon and hitting into another Greymon here, which is just super annoying for the Jesmon. However, this matchup is going to go that fast that at this point, once they've already built one Jesmon, they really want to be building a stack, building a really strong board, and then being able to find a way to stop all of these little swings coming in from the Bond player here. Simon's going to go ahead and he raises up his Savior because he's got the 3 memory from the tie as well. It's going to be useful. He goes straight into the Jesmon, which is nice. And then he swings into the Agunimon here and plays a CL, so he's going to get another a memory, gets to restun because of the Savior, and then the Bauhookmon's effect's going to go off, and it's going to allow him to destroy the other Agumon. He swings into the security, he's going to get the plus checks from the tie, and he actually does hit into the tie there, which is pretty frustrating for Simon here, the Jesmon player, because now Kyle's going to go to 5 memory just for raising up his rookie and get 2 additional draws, which is ridiculous. Just coming out of it. We also saw there that Simon played a Hookmon and saw 2 of the 2 more Jesmons there, so it's definitely that time now where he just kind of prays, but he also just didn't have the second system on, which would be very annoying for him. Kyle goes ahead, swings with the Bond, swings into Jesmon, uses Jesmon's effect to trash the top card of security. Yeah, there we go. And also destroy the CL on swing. That was a bit of a weird path, but we got there. He's going to go into an Agunimon on top of the tie. We're going to see another tie come out here for Simon on the right here. And then we're going to see a hard play of the Geo Greymon here, which is just going to destroy that Hookmon, which is going to put Simon in such an even worse position, especially now because we were able to, Kyle was able to get that Bond out, and with it have that survivability, because it's not going to be destroyed from the tie ability. He has a lot of pressure here. The only thing I would have been worried about doing that is now if he has the Agunimon, if Simon has the Agunimon, it's straight up game. He's going to use the Hookmon here, looking at the top 5, see if he can get something to save him. Gets the Blanc, which would have been nice the turn earlier, but I guess you can't pick and choose really at this point. And it's not looking good at all. He's going to hard play the Blanc. I know he runs Gravity Crush in this list, so if he was able to hit an Agunimon, he could have Gravity Crush into it, but he's going to have to play the CL for 3 here. But that's unfortunately not going to do the trick here because he still has the Bond up. So you can delete Trash, and then that's just going to straight up. Moving on to game 2 here. We can see the Bond's hands looking pretty decent, but the Jesmon is going to start here and is bricked straight away and is going to have to hard play a Blanc, which is definitely not what you want to be seeing. Yeah, so Kyle's in a great position here because he's able to go into both of the promos, Agumon and the Greymon here, so he's going to have plus power and plus checks, and then he's able to play the Agumon that's going to search for tamers here. Doesn't get a tamer from it, but he's pretty chuffed at this point anyway because Jesmon's straight up bricked, which is definitely what you want to see in this matchup. Well, for the Bond player, not for the Jess. Jess goes straight up to, manages to actually get a rookie this time, goes into the Agumon, into the Bow Hookmon, which again is another decent card for him, but he's in a bit of a sticky situation. He swings with the System and gets really unlucky here, and hits a Geogreymon, which is even worse for him because he was already in a bad situation. He swings with the Greymon, hits a Savior. Now because of all the inheritables that the Greymon has, it's actually 8k, so the Savior won't kill it. He digivolves into another one of the Greymon, and it doesn't die from any of the checks. It swings with the Geogreymon, he doesn't care that it's gone. It's like turn 3 and Bond has already wiped out all of Jesmon's security. It's just not a lot of hope from the Jess player here. Cal's just going to pass it over. It's going to go to 3 because the Agumon, and Simon's just going to scoop it up. It's very unfortunate for Simon there. Yeah, definitely not what you want to see when you're a Jess player. So yeah, that is the best of 3. That's a very, very quick video, and just a very... I like to show these little videos because I think it's really important to be able to show what the best of decks can do and also what the worst can do. We saw that Jess was able to have one turn in game 1, but it definitely wasn't the best that it could have had, and then bricked game 2. But we could also see some of the actual potentness that Bond can actually have. There are a lot of other videos on my channel that show how strong Jesmon can be, but I don't think there's a lot of videos out there that show how bricky that it can be at times, so I thought it would be really useful. Thank you very much for watching my video, and please check out my Twitch and my other stuff, but most importantly, have a great day, and yeah, thanks.